band on my wrist. Oh yeah, and I stand on my own. Never timid, red in my eyes, cause the niggas been twisted. I pick up the pace of the game was erased, and there's no fucking way that you touch your first place. Shawty know I'm on a mission today. It's money to make so that pussy can win. Gone off the leg, got the liquor to win. Envision my name in the sky on the air. She call me Poppy cause she know I'm popping. I shoot up with confidence I never miss. While of the stacking like how many bitch shit. You can compete with a narrow mind. You know I'm busy to the fine. I throw up 7 when it's rain time. I made a fucking mistake, but I do credit. When I light up the pressure, the pain better. See the top was the distance that I can measure. Shawty girl got me fucked up. Stupid bitch, shut the fuck up. Oh, yeah. I've been trying to step my funds up. I don't need you, bitch. I get enough love. I've been feeling almighty. Yeah. I've been feeling fine. Yo, I've been feeling almighty.
Yo. I mean, what's the vibe, man? If y'all listening, y'all tap that another live join the WeWatch BattleRap Podcast. I am your boy Durag Q with my lovely fucking co-host.
He's stuttering because this dude with that ass play that whole.
Yo, said like, yo, bro. Everybody who watches us knows this by now, bro. Like, I could never, you know what I'm saying, just start the show with the music and shit. Next, all right, so nigga, you know what I'm saying, do your fucking job then, nigga.
Banksy though, you know.
You know what I'm saying? All right, yo, we ain't podcasting today. We doing it a little different today. You know what I'm saying? This is actually like a long, you know what I'm saying, a long-awaited interview. This is on a joint that I've been meaning to do for like a long time now. Yeah, probably like, yeah, what we talking? Yeah, I don't even want to say how long the, you know what I'm saying, this interview has been supposed to go on. You can see Dixon's face now, bro. You know what I mean? All right, so you know what I'm saying, I got my brother Dystopiate, you know what I'm saying? HITLIST Battle League representing. What is the vibes, King? How you?
I'm good, bro. How are you? I'm very good.
I'm doing, man. You know what I mean? You know, peace, love, and light. You know what I'm saying? All that. I mean, you know how that go. Hey, yo. So let's get right into the shop, man. So you recently had
the battle.
You recently, you know what I'm saying, had a joint with YO the God, man, that I'm hearing like really, really good things about, bro. Take me through that, like how, you know what I'm saying. And I actually seen a bar too that I actually wanted us to go through. You know which one I'm talking about. Like, take me through you know what I'm saying, just some of the experience type shit leading up to it.
Word. Well, for starters, Rob's my guy. Like, I fuck with Rob. I've actually fucked with their whole platform for like over a year. Just because of schedules and like what I was doing at the time with my league, which is HITLIST Battle League. I'm specifically at like the top of their roster in the HITLIST East Division, and I'm situated where I'm from, which is Connecticut. I'm from the Bridgeport, Connecticut area. That puts me sort of like in between. Like, battle rap has always considered like CT as part of New England, right? But it puts you like right between. Like, if you're a battler, you've got like literally like one leg on the side of the fence that's New England, and then the other leg on the side of the fence that's New York, right? And my league's based in New York, but I started in New England, so I always watch what New England be doing, right? Like, with a ton of interest. Like, I built my career there, so of course, like, that's where I'm from, right? So I've always wanted to get over to the King of the Five, and Rob's just good people. He's somebody I rocked with for a while. He's a real dude, and for somebody that was only a couple battles in, he had a really nice pen.
Very good.
Nah, YO's decent, man. I actually like YO.
He's nice. He's nice. And so what happened was I had a number of really good battles in a row. Like, one of the things about me is like, I'm consistent, right? Like motherfuckers, like, it may take you a little bit longer to warm up to my style, because my shit is definitely, I'm the Duke of different. You know what I mean?
Nah,
like,
it's definitely unorthodox.
But like, the one thing that you can't that nobody can argue is like, I'm consistent. Like, I've never been 30'd. I've never been clearly smoked by anybody in like almost 4 years of doing this. I've never like had a full round choke ever in my entire career. Like, I am literally like Mr. Consistent.
Hold on, gang. I don't mean to interrupt you. I want to bring up a joint that you recently had. I believe you battled Jax on what was it, the Riot?
That was so this is what I was going to talk about. Yeah, so after QP, I basically HITLIST we launched HITLIST West, like sort of like the HITLIST, like as we branched out as a league, and really like started our Western division for real. Like our debut card, I was on that card and I battled Jack out there, which was it was not, I don't want people to get this confused. It was not the Riot. It was a HITLIST West event that was heavily supported. Geechee was a main event on the card, and so it was supported by the Riot. Like the card supported by the Riot, and it was filmed and broadcasted live by the Ruin Your Day team.
Wow.
So, you know, it was shown on their channel. Like originally, like the live was on the Ruin Your Day channel. So like in terms of promotion and stuff like that, there were a ton of eyes on that. There were a ton of people in the building. A ton of people from Riot were there. Yoshi G was there hosting. Floss was there hosting. You know what I mean? Like people were mad deep in that building that night.
Yeah, that was the same night we found out about Lil Slap, right?
Word.
Yeah.
Shout out to those kids because Lil Slap and Fury Montana are almost at 100,000 right now views. Still climbing. Those two kids did an amazing job. And look out for both of them because both of them are literally like lining up plates.
Yeah, man. Hey, yo, so I need you to take me through that bar that we was both talking about. You know what I'm talking about?
Is it the one I posted?
Yeah, the one that had everybody kind of like going crazy. I actually wanted to hear that bar delivered. And my man and my friend Rick, and you know Rick's a big friend of the show. Rick's been saying the same. He's like, yo, I actually really think that bar is crazy, but I would love to hear how he delivered it.
Right, word. Yeah, I hope they drop this joint fast, man, because there were a lot of fucking crazy bars in this. But yeah, it's where I said, see, to kill a god, or to be a god, you got to kill a god. He living in a future post revelation, where he already found a pen. But if we take YO out the great beyond, we'll find his death just around a bend.
Heard you. Yeah, that was crazy.
That was crazy.
Yeah, that was good.
Oh
You know what I mean? Like, and it's like the bars. Like, so this is what I was gonna like. Nah, I'll let you go because when you ask me that question.
You're good. Do your thing. Go ahead, bro. What was you talking about?
Well, because one of the things I I changed a lot for this. Like, I leveled up huge off the California joint that we was just talking about.
I remembered it had been a little minute since we spoke, and I had told and when we first did speak, I was like, "Yo, bro, no funny shit." You know what I mean? And I know it's been a little minute since we spoke or whatever, but like, dog, I'm not like that. Wasn't my favorite dice. You know what I mean? Versus Jack.
And I respected that because I was like, and I was like, you as a so because like you're an analyst, right? So like somebody who watches battlers a lot and who breaks down bars and who analyzes shit routinely, like you can tell when a battler's heart is not really in the joint.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I had a lot of personal shit going on at the time, like with my family. And I'm not saying that's an excuse, but I was definitely not at 100 for that battle. Like I definitely did my best for what I could do at the time, but absolutely was I not at 100. I was nowhere close. I was like maybe like 60.
Heard you.
Maybe 60%. But I have a few shout outs to make at this point because when I went to the Cali joint, it was so there was a couple of us. We rented an Airbnb and we stayed in it. A bunch of us, like for like a couple of days prior to the card, right? Like we all went out a couple of days early, and it was me, Ace Vegas, City Towers, and Butter from the Block, and Mello in an Airbnb.
Word.
And for like 2.5, almost 3 days prior to the event, we were just sparring and ciphering like nonstop with each other. And shout out to every single one of those cats, because in a situation like that, it's like putting a bunch of like really dope battlers in a dorm room for like a week where all they do is talk about bars and like work on bars together and be like, yo, that's fire. But maybe if you did this, or you know what I mean? Like, so like, having that opportunity to get that kind of feedback changed my shit in a whole different way. And when I came back, King of the Five hit me up and they're like, yo, it's finally time to like, you know, to make something happen. The timing was right. They offered me Rob, and I said, I literally told Rob this too when they offered me him, and I was like, yeah, let's do it. And then they sent me the bread, and I was like right away too. Like, shout out to them. They're like mad professional with this shit.
Wise is big shouts out to Wise.
Shout out to
Yeah,
Wise.
no, working with King of the Five was like the easiest shit that I've ever like it was 3 days from the time that they hit me up and was like, yo, we got YO for you. What's your bag? And then we discussed the terms. 3 days later, it was all locked in and official and ready to go. And this was a month and a half in advance. Yeah, this wasn't like
my Wise get to it, bro.
That's what I'm talking about. And I'm so glad I had that much time to prepare, because prior I watched, so Rob's like 4th battle was on my league on HITLIST. He battled Stretch Mills, and I edited the footage personally. Right.
Yeah, I do a lot of edited work.
So I already knew. I had already spent hours, bro, with this guy's bars when I was editing his footage, being like, like getting to know, like, oh, where do his punchlines occur, and how does he construct his haymakers? I already knew before they even hit me up, like, because I had edited his shit, right? So when they hit me up, I was like, oh fuck, okay, I'm gonna have to like unlearn everything I've learned so far and like start training in a whole new style of kung fu just to get through this guy. Not only because of the way he writes, but because of the environment. Like, I knew exactly the kind of bars they love to hear over there.
Yeah.
And knowing where you're gonna rap is so important, bro. Like, you can't just expect that like everywhere, like nobody starts off like a Daylight who can just go anywhere and then spit the most ridiculous shit, and then people will just fuck with it just off like his legend alone, right?
Yeah.
You have to start somewhere, and like to get people to believe that your bars should be fucked with, you have to get them on board first.
Yeah, that's a fact.
And so it's like, know where you're gonna rap. Right. So like knowing that like King of the Five, it was their house, and that TBL was going to be mad deep in there. I spent like a month watching King of the Five and TBL battles non-fucking stop, looking at all the shit that they found fire, the stuff that worked best in their rooms and stuff. And I'm like, I know how to do this. I know how to adjust my style in just the right way while preserving my voice and the creative way that I like to rap. Like, I know how to do it. And that's what Cali did to me, is it made me super dangerous, because it gave me that flexibility and that adaptability to be able to be like, all right, what do I have to do to win this?
No, like I was gonna say, like, I think no bull, the approach that you took after, like, from what I understand about it, the approach that you're talking about that you took, know what I mean? I really appreciate it, because how do I say this? Everything in, I mean, this battle rap shit is changing so much as days go by. So like
constantly,
so like you really never know exactly which approach to take, because dudes are like always looking to constantly improve off of what they're doing. So now,
and bro, because of that, most people play it safe. Like, they don't want to take risks and be like, oh, all right, well, I'm gonna try to do something crazy, but it could flop. So nah, you know what? I'll just spit the regular shit that I normally spit. You know what I mean? Like, not many people are willing to take a risk and try some like wild ass shit. You know what I mean? To try to like elevate or change battle rap. Like, most people ain't doing shit like that. There's a few people out there that.
Oh, did I lose dice? Where the hell did dice just go?
I think we might have lost.
Yeah, I think I might have just lost dice, B.
Stupid.
Yeah, I don't know where bro this. Oh nah, bro's back.
My bad.
My fault, kid.
Yeah, bro, my bad. Listen, somebody tried to call me. I tried to like stop the call, but it made me quit the.
What's going on, Hooks? What's going on, Dev?
My fault, y'all. The joint kind of tweaking right now. I don't know what's up with bro's joint. Hooks, what's the vibe, gang? My bro joint just click out like. Yo, Dev, what's the deal, Blogger Hood?
We lost Dice.
Yeah, Dice is in the joint though. I don't know why, bro. Shit.
Yo,
like,
yo.
Yeah, he right here. Yeah, bro, in here.
All right, we got it.
Yeah, I got him. I got him. Yo. Yo, you can hear me, kid?
It looks like he's gone again.
Can you hear me?
Shoot, we
Yeah,
just trying to get Dice back on the line with us.
Yeah, he bro recently actually had a classic like on King of the Five versus Wild of God. This was actually the same card that Show Off and LSG but recently battled on. Oh, I don't know why Dice's joint is tweaking like that, B.
Well,
Yo, son.
speaking of King of the Five, they just had Revelations Reloaded. I heard it was great.
Yeah, I'm hearing really good things about Revelations, man. That's actually what me and Dice was getting into. Oh shit. Alright, I'm gonna kill the live. We're gonna be back in a second, B. Cause I don't know what's up with this joint. Yo, y'all can hear me? Send the link at headquarters. Heard you. Give me a second, gang. Drop the joint. Ooh. So yeah, hold on, Dice. I got you, gang. I bet. Bro, back in here.
Yo, you hear me?
Yeah, my
Yeah.
fault. Yeah.
Bro, somebody called my phone asking me like, yo, you doing an interview? I'm like, yeah, right now, motherfucker. Like,
Nah,
Jesus
it's all love, bro. You know that shit ain't bad, man. But what was
my
your
bad, bro.
Nah,
My bad.
it's all love, bro. You know that shit ain't about
Yeah,
nothing.
I just wanted to say, to finish up that, yeah, man, I changed all that shit, and I like I was saying, man, situation is important, knowing where you're working.
Yeah, man,
and stuff like that.
You cutting the fat, and that's necessary, now, man.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. I felt like that was my best material, like hands down, that I've ever written, that I've ever spit. It was like my best performance. I really just, I was really motivated. It felt like year one again, like all over again. Like when you just start off and like you really trying to like prove yourself and show everybody like, you know, how fire you think you are and all that shit. Like it felt like that shit all over again to me. And like, I haven't felt like that motivated in like since I battled quantum physics.
Yeah, and no, that's fire, man. But I do want to know. So like, okay, so I know you just recently had what a lot of people are calling your biggest, like the biggest performance of your career. So it's
word, facts.
What is next for you, bro?
Well, King of the Five is definitely gonna have me back. Talks have already been started. There's a couple of different options on the table with them.
Without giving anything away, are there any names off the top of your head that you're interested in, like that you're interested in going head up with? Because like I got 2 to 3 that I'm thinking about at this very moment.
Okay, do you mean on any level, like big, small, like any stage, or
big, small? Yeah, bro, absolutely.
Okay, because like yeah, like totally, like like locally, I think I know Ben Superior's wanted to battle me for a while. So
listen, man, I've been talking to you about that for a minute now, man.
Yeah. So and there's people that want to see that, like already, like every time I talk about that, like people be saying like, ooh, you know, you get that.
I'm telling you, like, bro, I've been telling you for months now, bro.
No,
like,
I know. You guys always see it. Like that's why I fuck with you guys, because like you know you put the matches together in your head before a lot of other people do.
Yeah, before you send word out and all that. Know what I mean?
Yeah, word.
Versus Ben would be crazy right now, son.
Yeah, facts. Because like I didn't like how he was talking to my guy Mosby. So yeah, we gotta have words at some point. But nah, Ben fire. So I think that would be a fire battle. Based on the card where I battled Yo, I also think.
Mama, what's the vibes? I see you in here. Keep going, bro. You go.
I also think me and Docs Da Vinci. Yeah, because he just went ape shit on Wise Uzumaki the other night.
Yeah.
And I was very surprised. He shocked me the most on the card because I just had no idea he was that nice. Like I had no idea. Like I've heard that guy's name, but like I never heard any of my people personally say to me like, yo, you got to check out this Docs guy. He mad nice. Like, and I don't know why that is, because he is.
Yeah.
So him I'd like to battle. I'd love a chance to battle Lou Cypher.
Yeah, I'm here for that. I seen everybody got on Loso's heels for saying Lou Cypher's like, what was I about to say? I seen everybody got on Loso's heels for saying that Lou Cypher's like top 10. What was I about to say? Like he's top 10 in like his pen.
Well, look. So I already got through Quantum, who Cap said is the best writer in battle rap. I mean, that's arguable, but he's definitely one of the best, right?
He's top 5, dude. He's top 5 with me.
Right. So I got through Quantum. I just killed a god. Now I have to pay the devil a visit.
I like it. I fucking like it.
Yeah, man. I definitely would actually fuck with that, bro. So my biggest thing, right? I just want to know, like, how do I say this? Take me through exactly how you versus Wild and God came up, because I knew that y'all was cool. So like me understanding that y'all was cool made me be like, okay, how is this gonna go as far as like, I know you not be like the friendly type or like take anybody light or whatever the case is, but like I was really interested. I'm still really interested to see how exactly that played out. So take me through just that process.
Well, like what I think happened was the card that I battled Quantum on,
where
YO battled Stretch Mills. It was the same card, right? So the way I met, like, because when Wise and I originally talked about the battle, like Wise said that like Yo had been asking for to battle me for a minute, right? So based on that, what I think happened was like he saw me battle Quantum, and then he was like, "Yeah, I think I think I can beat him. You know what I mean? Like, because, you know, it's like chess pieces, right? So it's kind of like process, like it's like you can draw lines, right? So in his head, he's going, if Dystopiate beat quantum physics and I can beat Dystopiate, what does that say about me?
Yeah, I mean, and it's definitely feasible
Right.
that he saw it like that. And I mean, because you definitely did have like, I mean, I think we might disagree with you beat quantum physics.
Yeah, I mean, look, people can debate.
That's what I'm saying, but it can be debated. So like that
barely though. Like what round? Okay, you saw the battle. Like okay, the only round that I really hear debated is like the first one, because like the second two to me are pretty clear, in my opinion.
I can give you that. I can give.
And the other thing is this, and I'm not like, because you know I fuck with Quantum, like he's my guy, like, but the thing is this, like, and I don't know if like people notice this in the battle, but like in his second and third rounds, we did like feed him his bar like once or twice. Like he did lose his place and stumble.
Yeah, nah. I mean that's gonna happen to the best of y'all, man. So I never really
but it didn't happen to me, and he was the vet. So
definitely. I'm not mad at that. So I want to ask you too, just to tailor away. I know you've been seeing like some of the outrage with like judge battles and whatnot. Give me your take on, you know what I mean, like what you think would make a good judge, like a good judge in battle rap. Because like, how do I say this? I seen one of my homeboys say that it should be the battlers, and then somebody and for a second I agreed with him, but somebody replied to it and was like, "Yo, what was it? 3 times Chilla versus Real Deal happened. The battlers were judging. I think bro said."
I don't think you want battlers judging, because battlers are usually mad biased for either their team or like people that they've associated with or presently or past, unless that battler is also an analyst. Like for instance, like there are some battlers who aren't like necessarily like a top tier URL act, but because they make music and they're respected as an analyst, like you could bring somebody like Mickey Fax into a room, and to me, I'm okay with that. Yes, he's a battler, but like we also know that he's like super intelligent. You know what I mean? Like he knows how to break down bars. He knows the academics behind wordplay and what's actually going on and what it takes to pen out like a really good round and stuff. You know what I mean? So like there are some, but it's like, nah, bro, I wouldn't want battlers judging battles like personally. Like I just don't think, because also battlers typically have like a certain style, right? Yeah. So battlers are going to be preferential to like styles that are more like theirs. Right. So it's like, it's really hard to like separate like your personal bias from that. So what you have to do is you have to look for people who are like either like people who used to battle that are like now retired. You know, like for instance, like they've had Luke, Minnesota Luke be a judge multiple times. And like, I have no problem with, so Luke's a tremendous historian. Like I actually did a little bit of work for URL very briefly on a project where they were having, like, I was helping them design like a website, like timeline smack museum thing. And the main historian that we consulted for the information on that project was Luke. And the guy was good for it. Like he was able to send us like volumes and volumes and volumes and volumes of information, pun intended, to like, you know, be able to like research the history, who was on what card, like back before Smack events named their cards. You know what I mean? It like when you go that far back and you're trying to figure out for a museum, yo, like what month was that card in? Like Luke was always like, he knew, you know what I mean? But he's a historian. Like he's the guy who, like, if I go to visit a museum, he owns the museum. But in terms of like a guy who like has to break down bars immediately on the fly in a very short amount of time and then like reach a really good conclusion, he may not be as good as somebody as say like Iron Solomon, who I think would be like a much better choice.
Yeah. And I don't know though. My thing with that is, it's like, how do I say this, bro? just how do I say it? We've been in a place for so long where we've been like, yo, judge, we want judge battles, we want judge battle. Who would win between these two people with Brett on the line and all this other shit. And like, if we always want to go for the old cliche of like, yo, bro, this shit's opinionated, relax, all this other shit, I kind of don't be getting mad at certain judges unless shit's like a completely egregious. Like,
Okay.
you know what I mean?
But what I think, so we're in this, there's a big conversation going on right now, largely that you bloggers, and salute to you guys for doing this, are responsible for making as loud as it is the accountability discussion, which is like, you know, holding battlers and leagues responsible for their missteps or, you know, choking or the stupid business shit that they be doing, right? Like, so I just feel like if we're going to be doing this accountability thing, it should be across the board. Judges should also be held accountable to really explain their decisions. Like, if money is on the line and people are literally putting down, in some cases, not only like the money that you're winning from the judged battle, but like there are people on the side who are just placing side bets to like their friends or whoever, being like, yo, like, and in some cases it's like racks, like people are putting down racks on these battles. And it's like, how can you literally bet? How can you make a sports bet on a battle where a judge gives his opinion and his shit is all like super abstract? Like,
I mean, I don't know.
I wasn't feeling the energy and you know, like there was something about the rhythm that just didn't add up correctly. And like, it's like, bro. Like, you can't be like, it's like there's a joke in the music industry that sound engineers always say that like the thing that they hate the most when they're working with a musician is when like the guy's in the studio, right, and he's in the vocal booth or whatever, and they're mastering the track, and the guy's like, yo, dude, can you make it more blue?
No, I get what you mean.
It's like, bro,
but at the same time though, Brody, again, like, I can't, if we've been in a space for so long where everybody's like, yo, I want judge battles, I can't be mad at a motherfucker opinion unless it's like egregious, bro. Like, I give you
sure, but can we have
the freeway shit threw me. You know what I mean? Like, outside of like, and I think he got better as it went along, but some of the freeway shit
really fucked me.
Freeway shit threw me. But outside of that, I didn't really like. I'm not gonna pretend like I could be upset about just some of the other decisions. You know what I mean? And I think that there's too much shit in this for niggas to ever actually get it perfect.
Yeah, but try to imagine just from, I understand what you're saying, but try to imagine from the other side just for a second. Say you're battling, right? Like, let's say that a motherfucker is telling you, if you win this battle, we're gonna give you $5,000, 5 fucking racks, no questions asked, right? And then you battle your heart out, like you prepped for a fucking month. You did nothing but you sacrificed, like you put your family through hell. You know what I mean? Like, your kids was like, you know, you couldn't spend time with people because you was like fixate tunnel vision on that $5,000, being like, I'm going to be able to do something nice for my kids and buy my wife something nice or whatever the fuck, right? So you're putting all this time and passion into that and then developing your craft and being like, oh, I'm going to be like my best shit, right? And then you fucking go out there and you do your shit and you fucking nail it. And then the judges come out and then they're like, yo, Durag, bro, it was a good round. It was a good round. But yeah, bro, I think it was I think like the bars just really didn't connect as hard as your ops. You know, like next time maybe put like a few more, like 1 or 2 more haymakers in there, and then that's it. Like, you're okay with that?
Yeah, nah, I get what you mean. I think
you know, like because I was right there with you, bro. And then I sat down and I smoked the blunt and I thought about it and I was like, wait, nah, that's a lot of money, G. Like 5 racks is more than most battlers will ever make for a single battle in their life.
That's a fact.
Like, no bullshit. Like the 4 horsemen, like A-Ward and Loso and them, remember when they went on record, like they were cool enough to be like, yeah, here's what my average bag is. And like, this was like a couple years back, and like Ward was like, in 2019, Ward was like, yo, I get like 2,500, and the most like Loso gets like 3 racks, right? This 5, right? 5. Like, can you imagine like being able to be like, yeah, I got paid $5,000 for a single battle. That's more than anybody from A-Ward's crew makes per battle. Like, that's, I don't care how you look at it, that's an accolade. And then to be cheated out of it in a time where there's so few accolades left in battle rap, there aren't as many belts anymore. There's no WRCs. There's no like accolades to win, really, like there used to be. Right. I mean, so it's like, you're cheating people out of like an opportunity because you're not holding them accountable, the judges, to really explain their decisions. And it's like, I'm fine with judging, but explain this shit. Premier Battles UK.
I gotta ask you. I want to stop you there.
One second. Can I just say one second?
No, you good. Go ahead, bro. You good.
You know the guys that like sort of like the spiritual successors of Don't Flop over in UK, Premier Battles UK. It's like Shotty's League and everything.
Erg, all of those guys over there.
Yeah, all those dudes. They shout out to them. They have a scorecard, which I have seen, that when they have any judged battle, it breaks it down. It's like number of punches, like angles, personals.
Yeah,
like they can literally
a scoring system. I get you.
It's a system, and it's like it's way harder to argue a system when a judge can pass you a piece of paper and be like, I don't know what to tell you. This guy had more haymakers than you, and I can show you.
Yeah. No, it's definitely, I got you.
Like, I don't understand. Every other sport has a scoring system. Why don't we? Like,
just for me, like only in my opinion, I think so much of it is so subjective in that there's so many, double entendres and punches and hey man, you feel me? Like there's so much shit. And past that, bro, I feel like this too. I feel like especially 3 rounds of battle rap. If we're talking like 3 rounds, 330 is still like, which is a standard battle type shit. I don't think good enough. I don't think judging that on the I don't think you can actually judge that type of situation on the spot. Like you get what I mean? Like it's easy to ask you something like, yo, I had him like going away, like us just having a conversation, but like in a situation where there's some bread on the line, like I
don't know how I always felt like like I didn't really have a problem with like judging, and especially when it's explained like this, like Dystopiate said. However, I feel like we all are straying away from the fact that battle rap is opinionated. And regardless if someone is judging or not, that league or that owner of whatever person, you know what I mean? Yeah. That organization picked them to give their opinion, which is their opinion. You know what I'm saying? So
I try to stay in the box of like, yo, son, that's your opinion. But at the same time, you still understand like, yo, there do be certain opinions that do be like certain, like kind of crazy. Like I won't say no names again because I mean it's all love to everybody. Yay, battle rap, all that shit. But like I won't say no names, but like I remember seeing somebody say like, yo, I love plants and shit like that. I get niggas being mad about those type of things. Know what I mean? But at the same time, again, one person's opinion, if that's what it is, it kind of comes down to that. What was you gonna say?
But to pierce that veil, we got to get down to the bottom of something. And this is gonna, I know like nobody wants to ever fucking talk about this, but it's like, rewind to back in the early days of battle rap, early days of Smack, Grind Time, Scribble Jam. How were people winning battles back then? Because in those times, wins and losses did matter. Because when battle rap started, you literally, the point in the beginning was to prove you could rap better.
Yeah.
So what was the win or the loss being decided on? The reaction? Who decided originally in battle rap what a win and a loss was based off of? Was it based on how much reaction you got?
Yeah.
Was it, you know what I mean? Like we have to figure out what the original criteria was. Because when you think about it, like,
I mean, yes and no, bro, because I feel like over the last decade, battle rap has definitely evolved. So therefore, I feel like whatever scoring was going on back then, it definitely should have evolved by now. There should be something set in stone.
I think we
I
get.
think.
Yeah,
It
and that's
is.
what I'm trying to figure out is
I
what
agree with
of
you.
it should be set in stone. Like, what is the core foundation of battle rap? Because if we don't even know what that is, then judging to me seems pretty ridiculous.
And I think that that's how we got here too, because like, you know what I mean, like it's like anything. You don't have rules for something, and it eventually goes haywire. So, know what I mean, but it's
Right.
kind of really tricky to say. Like, if you want my own opinion, I feel like it's kind of always been like that.
So
Why
here's
do
what
you
I
think
think
it's
is a
like that?
crazy
Like, I feel
phenomenon,
like-
right?
I feel like
You-
motherfuckers have always just rolled with who they rolled with. You feel me? Like, I don't
Now,
feel like.
so here's
like-
a crazy phenomenon though that I personally observed. When you
Right.
watch old battles that were done outside, like on the street, on a stoop, in a barber shop, usually people tended to say that the person who got the win was
Right.
the dude who landed a bar that had the whole room like going ape shit. Like because people remembered those moments in battle rap. Like battle rap has always been about moments, right?
I was gonna say that on some scale or another, you're right. Like, it kind of always has been about reaction.
Which is what Lux seized upon when he flipped the whole culture on his head and decided that he was going to change the narrative that you could still win a battle off only 2 rounds.
Yeah, and you know what I mean, like, and just going back to what you're talking about. I remembered watching. I think it was DNA versus Rex, and like the end of Rex's round had me feeling like, yo, damn, Rex might have beat the shit out of DNA this night.
Word.
Because
But
of
here's
some of
the
the
crazy
reaction
part.
in the room. Huh?
Here's what I wanted to say though, bro. When you put battle rap in a room where there's no one to react, it forces people to then have to basically judge off the material alone.
Which is kind of what it always should have been.
And this is a situation that like is ironically new because people say what you just said. This is how it always should have been. You're right. But guess what? I don't think it ever really was like that. I think because of COVID, it forced battle rap back into a corner where for a split second, it was like, oh shit, it's about material. And that's why a lot of people didn't make it through the pandemic as battlers because they weren't ready for that. But as doors and windows are opening back up, like, you know, now we're able to focus on reaction again. So it's like, so when you think about victories and losses and judging battles, it's like, okay, well, can we hold judges accountable for basically reacting to a battle the same way that most fans do?
Yeah, nah, and that's why I think like, and that's why, and I'm
That's
always
the question I'm
saying
asking,
this.
and I feel like it's fair to some degree because it's like, you have a job, like. You're not just a fan anymore. By being a judge, it's now you're taking upon yourself the responsibility of being like, okay, now I have to render an impartial judgment to 2 battlers who are competing for a substantial sum of money. And I have to do all of this while still being a fan and being able to, like, you know, eliminate somehow gas in my mind and to not let one person's impactful moment completely render irrelevant 3 beautiful rounds of, you know, perfectly crafted material. It's really hard to do all that shit. Like,
Yeah,
I'm not saying judges have it easy. Like, people have asked me, like a couple of people that I talked to, like, you know, like we're basically offered to judge on URL. And I said, guys, don't do it. I said, you don't want that. You don't want that because being a judge is like one of these things where it's like people just group with whoever their dude is in bet, like whoever is your favorite battler, like people don't care.
Yeah,
they're just gonna hate on you anyway. Like they're always gonna like. There's no perfect judging situation to me unless you have a scorecard, because that's the only way that you can like get fans to like look at like, you know, like, and they do this in sports. Like, look at any major sport where people start breaking down like the exact stats of any athlete, like number of, you know, like, you know, number of balls thrown, number of shots connected. In any sport, there are people who do analytics.
Yeah.
Those people should be the ones who are judging because they're the most suited to a scorecard system.
Yeah, bro. Like
already. But that's just my opinion. We do need judges in battle rap. I think there will always be a place for judges in battle rap, but it's like they have to understand it's a job and we have to hold them accountable for giving battlers like a real explanation of why. Like why they think that like you won or you lost. Like people put I can see both sides of this. People put a lot of time and energy and sacrifice into being battle rappers, and it's like I think you owe them more than a sentence or two.
Yeah, bro. I mean, I definitely can agree with that. My bro Dev said that's why it's important for the league to really know and understand who they get to judge battles.
That's a fact.
It's that's definitely a fact. But it's really tough, bro, because like there's no way to like we don't do in this is no thing, but like we don't do background checks in battle rap. So like because of that, you have no real way to gauge almost none of this.
Most of us wouldn't be rapping if that were the case.
Yeah, know what I mean? And you have no real way to gauge who wins what. Like you can always walk away from these battles feeling like, yo, this person did more and more in this place, and you know what I'm saying? Like Battler B did more and more in this spot. So I give the battle to Battler A. But like, bro, it's so much shit to break down, bro. Like I still go back to a lot of old battles, you know what I mean, just to get the feel back. And like
all the time.
I don't know if the person I remembered having winning before it won this time. Like this, like it happens like that. You dig me?
But that's replay value. See, like that's what I love about battles like that is where you can keep like going back as time goes on and then be like feel a different kind of way. Like after a few years, like the guy that you had winning originally might not be the same person anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a fact.
Like maybe you were blinded by being a fan of that guy way, like 5 years ago, and now you're in. Like I don't know about y'all, but like I'm a completely different person like than I was 5 years ago in terms of like how much I've elevated and shit like that. If I saw that guy in the street, probably wouldn't recognize him. You know what I mean? So it's like when you go back and you watch those battles, man, different shit can happen. Different shit. And this is what I tell battlers, like try to create something that lasts. Like don't just battle and then like it's over and you don't after promote, and like try to do something in your battle that like what he just said, like that creates a need for people to like keep revisiting that battle and being like, I don't know, man. Like they were both talking their shit. You know what I mean? Like I love those joints, bro.
Nah, those joints are necessary, man. Like the joints that are timeless, but they really just
give me a 2-1 debatable over a 3-1 body or 3-0 body any day, bro. Because then I can talk about it.
Yeah, nah, that's a fact. But it really goes back to my point of like, yo, bro, I think that there is so much of this. Like there's so many things in all of this content that you do to write and all this other shit. There's so much shit in here to where it's like I almost can't be mad at a motherfucker for not being able to judge and break that down on the spot. Cause I feel like, and I remember Jay Black saying this a while back, he's like, yo, I mean, I think that the judges should be able to get like a watch back or two in certain cases.
Real Sick say something about he feels like the judges should have 24 hours.
Would you want 24 hours to decide if you want a tournament or not, Dave?
Well, so instinct, my instinct tells me to say no, but what makes me hesitate to answer that question is I'm like, well, if it's for like $50,000 or $100,000, like I don't know, like if I were the battlers, I might want that decision to be like it's like let's say you've got a court case, right?
Yeah.
And it could like and you feel like your lawyer's like really strong defending you, but the prosecution's really good too. When that jury goes into the jury box to deliberate, you don't want them to come out in like 45 minutes. That's usually not a good sign.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You want them to have to really think about it and turn shit over in their minds before they commit to a verdict, because otherwise, and a lot of these people will admit this later, they'll literally like be on the way home from a venue thinking about the battle in their head, questioning their own decision.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like I don't know, maybe not 24 hours, but maybe an evening, maybe the night.
Like, yeah, I could definitely agree with that. I'm thinking, but I would,
you know what I mean? And then URL just publishes the decisions in the morning, you know, something like that.
Yeah, we all wake up to the
like
decision.
a 12-hour. Yeah, we all wake up to the decision. You know, that way it gives the culture time to like discuss the battles without being influenced by judges' decisions. You know, like the culture can decide for themselves what they think, and then the day after we get the decision. I like that.
I think that would be good.
I think it would be. I think it definitely would be.
Because think about it, a lot of people, like one of the controversies right now that's going on is like that thing that Uncle Rod dropped, which is like the video clip of them like discussing Cortez's victory before the battle had, you know, dropped or whatever. And like the whole point being like one of the big parts of that argument being like, okay, great, because that colors people's opinion before they watch the battle, because they're going into it thinking Cortez won already. So like now you've got biased thinking, right? So like that way, if the judges' opinions are posted the day after, like, and think about it, they can film each judge too. Like each person can submit like a nicer clip of them talking about it without having to rush through it. Because if you've got 12 hours, you could literally do several takes of your review, right? Like on your phone, and like send them the whichever, like if you do 3 versions of it, like you might like the second one best and you send them that one, right? So it's just like, gives them 12 hours, fans deliberate them amongst themselves, and then they come back to us with it. I don't know, we could try it. Look, it's not like we lose anything by trying it, right? Like, people are already complaining, so.
Yeah, at this point I'm down to try anything, but you know, we almost, according to some people, we in a place where like you almost can't please anybody. I don't.
That's a fact. And I know everybody just wants shit like immediately. I get that. But what people really need to remember is like these are battlers like livelihoods and careers, and like there's huge money on the line. So like please try to be patient.
Yeah, that's a fact. Hey yo, my man Dev said it's too much division between leagues and battlers to be able to really have respect for judges for battles and shit. Respected judges for battles, my bad. And I actually gotta agree with it, because like, how do I say this? Again, just going back to, you know what I mean, the Reed and the Chilla Real Deal situation. You would think that, you know what I mean, there was, you know what I mean, like there was no malice to that situation, but you watch battle rap, you kind of know exactly what the fuck was going on with that. So
yeah,
like,
you can see through the, you can definitely
like, yo, bro, I just
between the lines.
I just think it's almost no way. But I want to ask you though, just to transition, I want to ask you, some of the biasness in battle rap, would that tune you, like, would that steer you away from wanting to do a tournament? Or like, would it depend on the money type of thing? The money in business, I mean.
Would the judges discourage me from doing a tournament?
Not necessarily the judges, but like the idea of the fact that like, yo, bro, there's kind of so much biasness in battle rap, so like you kind of wouldn't really be able to win. Like, say you see a certain judge and you're like, you know, I don't really fuck with this guy. Can I depend on this guy to really make a straight down decision, like a straight down the middle decision? Like, yo, bro, of course we can always come up with ideas as to who we think would be great judges in battle rap and shit. But again,
I know what you're asking.
Even though people have their affiliations, you get what I mean?
Would that discourage me?
Yeah.
No, because I am one of those people who, like, I actually just posted this as a status the other day. I was like, hating on somebody who's fueled by motivation is basically helping them.
Yeah.
I'm the kind of person that's like if people don't fuck with me or whatever, that's motivating to me. That's not like, you know, life isn't fair. Battle rap is just a microcosm of that. I mean, we can't be so self-entitled that we expect everything to give us a fair shake all the time. So basically, I'm one of those people who, like, if people are biased against me, I think if you're truly great at this, you can sway people into your favor. Like if you're a real GOAT, like if you're born to do this, then if you give anybody enough time who really is committed and really passionate about this shit, then they will change your mind. Like I've been doing this for 4 years, so I can personally attest to this. A lot of people like did not fuck with me when I came into this shit, and now I am literally one of the most popping like new battle rappers in New England. You know what I mean? Like if you're good enough, you can make people fuck with you. So like I'm not sure I really buy into the whole like the whole like, oh, we should just like, you know, be like, oh, battle raps has all these biases and stuff, so fuck that. Okay, well, that's sort of like a defeatist, cowardly mentality to me.
Yeah,
like,
because it can't really grow from there if we just be like,
yeah,
hey, what,
like fine, they don't fuck with you, make them fuck with you. Like I don't know what to tell you. Like either you care whether they fuck with you and then you figure out how to make them fuck with you, or you don't care that they don't fuck with you and then you just fuck off. Like it's
because people who love this shit, like they're not gonna deny ability. You get what I mean?
That's what I was saying in the beginning, bro. Like they can't deny that. They can't deny that. Like they might not fuck with your it comes full circle. Like they might not fuck with your personal style, but like they're gonna respect your ability and your hunger and your drive and your commitment and how consistent you are.
That's a fact. I mean,
and I'm mad entertaining too. So it's not like it, you know what I mean? Like I've added so much shit to my style. You know what I mean? Like my shit's hard, but I'll keep people laughing. It's different. You won't expect it. There are like Easter eggs and hidden references. So you got to like go back through my shit later and like discover all these like achievements and everything that you can unlock in my rounds. But in the room, it's still crafted in such a way where it's still going to connect on a basic level so that it hits in the room and everything. And boy, did it, man. Bro, I was getting so much reaction last weekend. I couldn't get my shit off. It was literally every bar. Like I had to stop and then just be like, all right, here, you know, I back it up. Like, man, like that shit was fucking crazy, bro. Man, I can't wait till this battle drops.
Yeah, man. I actually can't wait.
I'm telling you, like this one's gonna do like 1K in at least a week, like easily. Like we're definitely hands down.
Yeah, man. And are you like, how do I say this? Are you excited for like the next thing? Because like, without you giving away the names type of thing, you were telling me that a lot of things are in talks. Are you like, or have you been motivated by some of the things that you've heard type of thing?
Yeah, King of the Five reached out to me. TBL wants to have me over there. I'm gonna be working on HITLIST, my home league again. This fall as well. And I think somebody from New England Battlefront hit my inbox, like or either send me a friend request or something. So maybe they're interested in booking me. I'm not really sure. I know I was talking to somebody from Premiere a while back. So like, there's a lot of
in my inbox.
I can't say any names obviously until the fights are like locked and the league says it's okay to talk about it. But you know what it is.
Yeah, man. I mean,
yeah, they're gonna see me in New England a lot, bro. They're gonna see me in New England a lot. The aliens gonna be all over this place. It's gonna look like Massachusetts, like Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, and New York for the rest of the year.
I think you covering your mic, Brody. You heard? I said I think you covering your mic, gang.
Oh, I said for the rest of the year, New England and New York is gonna look like Roswell, New Mexico.
Yeah. Nah, man. I'm definitely excited to see what you end up cooking up, bro.
I'll let you guys know when the battle drops. I'm sure. Look, they're gonna drop the first one from this event, which was XL versus ARE. Definitely check that out. Those two really, went in and fought like hard. Like I mean, like ARE really like impressed me. So definitely check that out. I think they're gonna drop it Friday, like tomorrow. So
I definitely
battles are gonna start dropping like right away. So definitely check out their channel, King of the Five, on YouTube.
No, I'll definitely be on the lookout for that, man. Hey, but before we get up out of here, right? I want you to let the people know where they can find you at, Brody.
Yeah, word. It's Dystopiate Rapper, basically pretty much everywhere. Actually except Facebook. You can find me just by my name, Ethan Lewis. But I am Dystopiate there too, so you can find me there. It's Dystopiate Rapper on Twitter, Dystopiate Rap on Instagram, Dystopiate Rap on Facebook. I am on Caffeine and Twitch, so you can just look up Dystopiate. There are no other Dystopiates, I promise you. So if you look that name up, I will come up. Alien shit. My league is HITLIST Battle League. I am Chain Gang all day. Team UFO. You know what it is.
Yeah, my
Salute
boy.
to you guys for having me on the platform again.
Listen, man, it's always a pleasure, bro. I promise the next time it won't take as long, man. I actually bring you back after your joint drops, man. So we definitely gonna
we're gonna chop it up when you guys hear them bars for sure. You definitely gonna want to talk to me about it.
Oh nah, most definitely. Hey man, you know it's always love, man. I always appreciate all my gang for pulling up in the chat and whatnot.
Well, salute to both of y'all.
You know what I'm saying? Salute, my man.
Good night, Dice.
Hey yo, Dice,
man.
Always love, man.